Hey everybody, Tony D and Little Joan here with a final hot take of the evening. Let's go through the rest of the Gab headlines and see what's cracking. Little Joan here is very antsy and it's just licking me. Um, Amazon rainforest now most likely warming Earth's atmosphere, not cooling it. Scientists warn. War on the Amazon rainforest, finally. Are there any scientists left worth a damn? That's what I want to know. I think that's going to be the theme of this particular headlines. That's always it seems what to be left here in the news. Just in, feds are holding more than 4,200 children in cages with jail-like stations unfit to house minors. Who built the cages, Joe? Fauci begs Trump to order his supporters to take the COVID vaccine. Oh, now he's ordering? Ew. He can't order anybody. He's not the president anymore. Vatican bars gay union blessing, says God can't bless sin. Ooh. Looks like the church isn't woke anymore. Ooh, what happened? I thought they were so progressive. Blood clots. Major European nations suspend beer virus vaccine. Amid reports of dangerous blood clots in some recipients, Germany, France, and Italy and Spain became the latest nations to suspend the use of AstraZeneca's beer virus vaccine. Now, I'll say, don't freak out, because I'm pretty sure we have the Pfizer and the Johnson & Johnson one. I don't think we have this one. So, Moderna. I think that's the other one. So I don't think the AstraZeneca one is here. So, but it's always good to know which one you're getting. Gag order. Georgia judge gives conditional access to audit Fulton County ballots. Good, I guess, if something happens there. Fauci warns states to keep restrictions or July 4th could be canceled. This guy won't shut up. This is the problem with Fauci going on TV. He just keeps talking and talking. He's got to talk about something, and they keep asking him about the virus, because what the hell else are you going to ask him about? And he just keeps saying stuff off the top of his head, and now he's talking about canceling 4th of July. Joe Biden at least wanted to give us, you could have a hot dog with two of your friends, but, not a lot. Now Fauci wants to cancel it. I mean, will someone just fire him? I mean, he's a lightning rod of criticism. He should just go. Maybe somebody will meet to him, or they'll find an old tweet or something, and then the progressives will finally get mad at him. Progressives escalate fight over education department student loan office. I don't know why. Education's hardly worth a damn. Every time you turn around, these guys are saying, take to the streets. What's the point of an education? Just take to the streets. You'll learn everything you need. It's so much like Wokistan and Novel. And in fact, Christian and I put together a commercial for Upstate College, and it basically said that. We said, the teachers let the students teach, and basically they encourage them to go out and protest. And that's part of the theme of the book. You're not a serious intellectual unless you protest. It's funny because I also watch, was it Meme? The guy who does the cartoon with NPCs, and it takes place at NPCU, and that's all they do. I think we should protest. It's just unbelievable. Media and Democrats forced to admit Republican Governor DeSantis was right to end beer virus lockdown. That's from Tim Pool. Yes, he was. He ended it, and now his state, South Dakota, they're doing about as well as everybody else. That's because the lockdowns didn't really do anything. Nothing really did anything. You can't really fight something that's in the air. Maybe it slowed the spread and kept it around longer. It probably would have burned itself out quicker had we just let it go around. Would people still have died? Absolutely. It just would have ended quicker. Inventor of PCR tests says Fauci doesn't know anything and is willing to lie on television. It's Carrie Mullis, who won a 1993 Nobel Prize for inventing the polymerase chain reaction testing process, later used to test for beer virus, and now it's not. Oh, here's a great one. Don Lemon, resident theologian at CNN, declares God is not about judging people, from the National File. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he's not a judgy God at all, is he? I mean, the Bible is just full of the God just saying, well, it's really not my call. You people want to sin, that's your business. I'm just God. Don Lemon is such a clown at this point, in my view. I mean, are they just trying to see how far they could take this? Is Don Lemon? I feel like he's become an improv scene where the improver's just trying to take it as far as it can go. To wait until somebody finally cracks and goes, no. Okay, you're done. Out of the seat. I mean, Jesus, he'll say anything. He's such a whore. What a whore. Really? I mean, that's a whore. He will say anything for ratings, in my view. And that to me is a whore. Ooh, that's a terrible story. I hate to read these. Car mows over San Diego homeless encampment, killing 3, injuring 6 others. That's terrible. Massachusetts Teachers Union push for delay in return to school. In-school learning. Quote, this whole process is being rushed. Yeah, let's wait until they're old enough to be seniors in high school. Teachers unions are a bad idea. They are government workers, and they have become a power within themselves because we have suckered it. We have allowed them to have too much money and power. And that's saying something because they're actually not paid all that well, and their resources suck. But they have it so easy. Look, I've been a substitute teacher. I've seen their schedules. I know how it works. They get a period for lunch. They get a period for prep. They sometimes get a study hall period too. So really, 3 out of 8 high school periods, they're not teaching. At least 2. Either 2 out of 8 or 3 out of 8. The kids go to gym. You know, that's a free period too. So, usually 3. And the day starts a little before, the kids get there. And yeah, they have to stay. They might have a meeting at the end of the day, but not always. A lot of them just go home, especially the ones with tenure. The ones with tenure, they stack their lunch and break periods at the end of the day. You get 3 periods at the end of the day, boom, 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 you go home after 5th period. I've worked those schedules. They're awesome. And I got paid pretty good just being a sub. They get paid full salary. They get all the school days off, with except for teacher in service and the night they have to meet the parents. Those are the only 2 extra days, really. I think maybe they have they have evaluations and things like that, but some of those are done during the school day. I used to sub in the school day while the teachers had to have their evaluations, so they'd have to take a period, go do their evaluations, and then come back, and then I would move to another class. So it's not that hard of a job, and I get it. They're afraid of the beer virus, but unless they're rocking retirement age, and most of them can just retire because they have such a strong union, there's really not that much of a big thing. Now, and again, I get it. They are germ factories. Everybody gets sick at schools. These kids, they won't cover their mouths. They're bad. They're bad at it. I will grant them that. But they got to go back to school. This is part of the job now. Either get on board or just quit. Just quit. Quite frankly, you should quit anyway. It's terrible. It's terrible to teach now. What they teach the kids, it's awful. Schweitzer. This was on a broadcast of Sunday Morning Futures of Fox News Channel. Breitbart News senior contributor and author Peter Schweitzer warned of China's involvement in the United States politics. Yeah, this goes back to at least Gore's era, where there was a big scandal during the Clinton-Gore, or during the Gore campaign, that he accepted money from China. So it goes back at least over 20 years. The Chinese aren't stupid. They're going to have their hands in things. They've got money, and again, they've got tons and tons of people. I mean, they could literally send, and they have apparently, they have over 1 million spies in the West. I think they have more on the internet. They don't actually need to be here to influence people. Over 150 arrested as Miami goes wild during spring break. Good for you, Miami. At least somebody's having a party. Backlash as rich countries vaccinate a person per second, with poor nations alleging vaccine apartheid. Oh, guess what? Everybody's racist. Everybody in America is racist now. In bombshell statement, New York Majority Leader demands Cuomo resign, quote, for the good of the state, after governor says, no way, I resign. This is all from Zero Hedge, by the way. Really good site, Zero Hedge. I gotten some good info from that. That's not surprising. Cuomo's done. I don't know why he doesn't just resign. I think he will. U.S. panel to review AstraZeneca data as Spain latest to halt jabs. Germany sees increased blood clot risk. Yeah, it's not good. I think that's about it. Georgetown, this is a story someone sent me. Georgetown law professor resigns for failing to correct colleague on Zoom call about black students' comment. So now you could be canceled for not correcting somebody else. See, it's not enough to be woke. You have to be actively woke. Actively woke-tarded. It's just unbelievable. I think that's about it. Nope, we got the Daily Mail and WND here. The Daily Mail. Is your partner a narcissist? Expert reveals how to spot the telltale signs. And the picture is a woman berating a man. So I wonder who's being accused of the narcissism in that article. Dow notches another record high, rising 170 on reopening optimism. For what? Higher taxes? I mean, what is optimistic? I guess it's all the money Biden's dumping on people. I guess you'll get a bump out of that as people blindly spend their money on nonsense. I would, and this is not investment advice, but try to invest in something. You know, I don't know what to invest. I would say, something like, again, not investment advice, but if I were to pick something like gold futures or Bitcoin, stuff like that. But I mean, you got to make up your own mind. I am not giving you financial advice. I'm terrible at it. Money and I have never gotten along, just to let you know. But you might want to think about something other than the U.S. dollar. That's all I'm saying. And that's about it. That's about it. So, yeah, sleep on some of that. Oh, God. The news has just been a train wreck every time I go on. I mean, and this is on Gab Trends, so you'd think some of this would be good news, but man, it is not. It's just not. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how we're going to get through this. I mean, it's only March. We're only 3 months. It's not even been 100 days of Biden. I feel like it's been 3 years. I'm exhausted reading about his failures. I mean, will this guy just retire already? Because whoever's pulling his strings sucks at it. All I can think is there's a committee meeting every day to tell Biden what to do and say. That's my impression. And Kamala Harris is in that committee, but she's trying not to run it, but she probably should. Because the only thing worse than Kamala Harris policies is policies by committee. Those are terrible. Those are worse because everybody in the room, it's just like when they try to write something in a group setting. It ends up mediocrity by committee. And that's where all our policies are heading. They all sound great. Everybody in the room loves it. And it's stuff like woke army stuff. It's like, oh yeah, maternity flight suits, that'll be good. Oh yeah, I think that'll be good. Do you think it'll be good? I said, yeah, I was the first one to say it would be good. Like they're afraid, like the woke idiots. They're afraid of not agreeing. And so they go down this path without any sense. There's no one in the room, like Trump was, to go, no, that's a dumb idea. We shouldn't have pregnant women flying combat missions. No one wants to have that argument, right? No one wants to have the argument with the woman in the room who will go, why shouldn't pregnant women fly a plane? They're just as good as men. Because you're pregnant and the baby could happen. They could have a miscarriage in flight. Yeah, but that doesn't mean they can't fly the plane. We can make accommodations. Why? Why? Why would you make accommodations for a pregnant woman? Have her have the baby outside. Isn't that why you fought for maternity leave? So you could have the baby and not be working? In war? At least the one job. I mean, look, if you're a secretary, yeah, you could waddle to work and be pregnant all day long. If you're working at a desk, fine. But a flight suit? No, that means you're in flight. Sounds like a dumb idea to me. Maybe, just maybe, pregnant women shouldn't be doing a lot until they have the baby and recover. I hear it's a bit much, but what do I know? I'm just a simple man.